Alright, so for this video I have the pressure sensor, and whenever I press it, it should light up the, why is this sideways? Should light up the LEDs when pressed, and there's a certain threshold where you need to push hard enough for it to be green. It'll stay green until you push too hard, which is where the red shows up. And at the same time of the LEDs blinking, the harder you push, it'll go from a very low tone to a higher tone, as you can see, and it'll beep faster when it hits the red, indicating that you're pushing too hard. It's basically like a fingerprint scanner without the scanning. So the circuit goes from the 3.3 to the pressure sensor, and then from the pressure sensor it goes to the resistor, and then from the resistor to ground. Sorry, I didn't show that clear enough. Pressure sensor, and then from pressure sensor it goes to the resistor, and then from the resistor to ground. It also goes from the fingerprint, or the pressure sensor, back into port 4, and then also wired in is the piezo speaker, and that goes from the it has the port 5, goes from port 5 to the speaker, and then from the speaker to ground, and it will get the noise from the output of the board itself. That's how it gets power. Alright, so there's that. And the code. These are the tones. The different tones that I use, there's 6 of them. And then if you see this, there's the pressure indication. I do have the terminal running as well, so it does read the pressure up to 21,000. Effectively, it's not exactly 21,000, but close enough. Okay, so there's that. And I have an if statement basically for the threshold for the green LED, and then the mini thresholds every 3,000 for the different tones. And then if it gets to a high enough pressure, it will turn on the red LED and display the highest tone at the fastest speed. And then these are just the supporting things that I have. These are the sound beeps at different frequency, or the name, and then how long the duration. This is the beep itself, coming out of port 5, and then there's delays for the individual notes, and yeah, that's about it. So let me flip this over a little bit, press on this, it displays green, saying I'm pushing hard enough for it to read it. That is really loud. And then if I'm pushing too hard, it goes to red and it blinks fast, and the pitch is the highest and the fastest for the sound. And that is about it. Use of Cecilia.